Hi everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. Let us commit everything we do to God and trust Him to help us fulfill it. Amen. Okay, today I'm going to show you a very delicious recipe, and it's chicken and chana dal. Chana in English we would call gram, and it's like a split chickpea. So the ingredients for this delicious dish are: in the pot I've got a ladle spoonful of oil, and then in the frying pan here I've got for later 3 tablespoons of oil, and here we've got half a teaspoon of peppercorns, around 3 small bay leaves, got 4 black cardamom which I've popped open, got 2 green chilies that I've cut in half, and here I've got around 3 cinnamon sticks. I've got 2 large onions chopped, and I've got 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, to which I add 1.5 to 2 chilies, 2 small chilies, and I've got 3 tomatoes that I've made into pulp, 3 fresh tomatoes. And for the masalas I've got 2 tablespoons of dhania, that's coriander powder, and I've got 1.5, that was teaspoon, sorry, not tablespoon, teaspoons of dhania, and I've got 1.5 teaspoon of chili powder, I've got 1 teaspoon of turmeric, that's haldi, and I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of amchur, that's dry mango powder. And the rest of the ingredients here, I'm making it with chicken, so I've got 1 kilo of chicken, and that's a mixture of breast and legs. And this is the chana dal that I was talking about, and I've got 2 cups of chana dal. In India the chicken is very tough, so this works well in India, then you don't have to soak it for such a long time, just 4 or 5 hours to soak the dal in India. But here in the UK the chicken's very tender, so we don't want the chicken to cook and the dal not to cook. So here I soaked this overnight, and I washed it twice and then soaked it 2 inches above the dal. I put water, and I put 1 teaspoon of soda bicarb in there, and I left it all night. The rest of the ingredients we'll need also salt, and this is for tempering the dal. We've got broken whole red chilies, and I've got a teaspoon of jeera, and I've got 2 stalks of curry leaves, and I've got 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri Mirch, that's for color, and also we need 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala, and a fistful of coriander, and some water for later. Okay, to begin with, as soon as your oil is hot, you add all these Garam Masalas, not the chilies, only the Garam Masala. We'll add the chilies with the onion and let it start to pop, and a few seconds later we add the onions, and give the onion a bit of a stir, and then you add the green chilies, and now you let the onions fry till they're nice and golden brown. Okay, see the onions were brown. As soon as the onion went brown, I added the ginger garlic paste and the chili, and now just frying it for a couple of minutes till the rawness of the ginger and garlic goes. Okay, after a couple of minutes you add all this dry ingredients, the dhania, the chili, the turmeric, and the amchur powder, and give it a little fry, and then add the tomato pulp, and now you keep frying the masala on a high flame and stirring occasionally for at least 5 minutes. Okay, the masala has been frying for last 5 minutes. That's how it should look like. When it doesn't stick anymore and slides easily around the pot, then you know the masalas are cooked and not raw. So we're going to add the chicken now, and we can add some salt, so around 1.5 teaspoons, and now fry the chicken in the masala, stirring all the time, and fry this for at least 5 more minutes. The chicken's been frying in the masala. The chicken fries in its own juices. That gives it such a lovely flavor into the chicken. So now that's been frying for 5 minutes. It released its own juices and then it fried it in its own juices. So now we're going to add the dal, the chana. If you don't soak this dal, then it will be very difficult because the meat will be done and the chana will be all raw. So now fry this in the masala and in the chicken for another 2 minutes. You can see the chana is well coated in the masala, and now we can add the water. So I've got a steel glass of water, so I'm going to put that full glass and give it a stir, because we need enough water in there for the lentils and the chicken to cook. Because actually one of my subscribers kindly said that that spoon makes a lot of noise, so I've changed to a wooden spoon. Okay, so yeah, so I've got a steel glass and a half, say around two and a half cups of water. So now let this come to a boil. Now as soon as it comes to a boil, you need to put the gas on medium and let it be on a rolling boil, and let the chicken and chickpea cook for at least between 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, the lentil and the chana, that's had its 20 minutes. And how you know the chana is done is you give it a stir and you just take the chana and just press it with your finger. See, it's all done. When it's nice and mushy, if you can mush it with your fingers, it's done. And if it's not, if it's still grainy, then just let it cook for another 5 minutes. But this is done because I soaked it overnight. And now the next thing we're going to do is put all the garam masala and the dhania. And the gas is already off. Just stir that in. It looks lovely and smells so delicious. It's not finished yet. Just put the lid on. Now we have to temper the dal. So the 3 tablespoons of oil that I told you was in the frying pan, that's already hot or nearly getting hot. How you know the oil is hot is you put a cumin seed. If it starts to splutter, then you know it's done. Okay, yeah, that's done. So you're going to put the jeera seed now into the hot oil. Give that a stir, and then you put the red chilli, broken red chilies, and then you put the curry leaves. That doesn't take long. Now put the gas off, and after putting the gas off, just add the Kashmiri Mirch. That's just for color. The heat in the oil will cook that. So now let's open this, and you just put that all in there. Look at that, looks lovely. And give that a little stir, and that's it. Put the lid back on, and now put the gas is already off, and now let that rest for at least 20 minutes to half an hour. That's the chicken and chana. That's how it should look like when it's ready. It's absolutely delicious. You must try it. And this dish goes very well with chapati and with naan bread and with boiled rice. So you try it and let me know in the comments below what you think about it. And please kindly show your love for my channel by discussing about my channel to your friends and ask them to subscribe as well. So you go and enjoy this. We certainly will, and I shall see you next time with some more delicious cooking.